3I Atlas, Debris, Communication, and 2025. We saw it, we followed it, we discussed it. 3I Atlas. The third guest from outside the solar system was, to most, just an interesting piece of rock. But a group of scientists was sure that it was not a rock, but the silent wreckage of an interstellar ship. In the 2020s, the scientific community debated its anomalous energy and radio emissions. But the real turning point in the story came in mid-2025 as the object was rapidly moving away from the solar system. There was no longer a suspicion of a signal, but a definite communication. Chapter 1. The Importance of ISOs and the Mystery of the Source Star. Why are interstellar objects, ISOs, so important? Because they are the building blocks of neighboring star systems, 3I Atlas's durability was its first technological demonstration. By tracing back the orbit of 3I Atlas, he determined that the object most likely came from a sun-like dwarf star system about 200 light-years away. The coordinates from which the signal came were exactly in that direction. Was this a coincidence? Avi Loeb and his team argued that this durability indicated that the object had an artificial body. Chapter 2, 2020. Anomalies and Silence. The initial anomalies of 2020, radio emissions and anomalous brightness, were short-lived. As the object moved away from the sun, the radio spectrum went quiet again. For 4 years, the scientific community breathed a sigh of relief. Mainstream science dismissed the emissions as natural plasma vibrations, and the debate descended into a war of beliefs between naturalists and technological theorists. Loeb's team continued to point their telescope at 3I Atlas at regular intervals. The critical point, the moment when the object completely leaves the sun's gravitational field and enters its own interstellar course, is approaching. A change in energy level and frequency was expected. Part 3. Breaking the Silence, the 2025 Connection. The object was about to begin its own interstellar journey, much farther than the orbit of Neptune. That night, telescopes in Australia, part of the worldwide Breakthrough Listen project, recorded shocking data. This wasn't the natural plasma pulse of 2020. This was a narrow-band, repetitive, and powerful signal. The signal was arranged in a sequence of exactly 3 different frequencies, an artificial pattern that nature could not have created. The signal broadcast continuously for 72 hours before falling silent. The signal strength was so strong that it was thought that a broadcast engine within the object had been activated. This was no longer a theoretical debate, but actual scientific evidence. Avi Loeb had been proven right. Chapter 4. Password, Global Panic, and Protocol. The discovery was immediately shrouded in international secrecy, and the world's leading cryptologists and linguists were assembled to decipher the signal. The signal consisted of universally accepted mathematical constants, pi, e. The end of the data packet was even more shocking. The signal contained a set of coordinates and a timer. The coordinates pointed to a target in the Milky Way galaxy, relatively close to our own star system, in the direction from which 3I Atlas was coming. When the coordinates were deciphered, not only scientists but also world leaders were alarmed. Within 24 hours of the message being deciphered, NATO and UN space agencies initiated emergency protocols for the mission. This mobilization was the fastest global secrecy agreement since the Cold War. Conclusion: countdown in our new role in the galaxy. Atlas is no longer just an astronomical problem, it is humanity's greatest milestone. The 2025 connection has removed us from the role of passive observer and made us a target on the galactic map. The timer was counting down 20 years. Was it an invitation or a warning? Preparing a mission to reach these coordinates within 20 years was humanity's only chance. What do you think of this message left by 3I Atlas? Is it a gift or a threat to humanity? Let's discuss this global crisis in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to see what happens in future episodes of this series.